Copywriting is getting information from one brain to another. It's designed to persuade with useful information or sell products. And even though you may be a beginner, all you have to do is follow these 7 golden rules that will shoot you up from noob to a solid, competent, and high-level copywriter in less than a month. 7 golden copywriting rules beginners can use to sell or persuade every time. Do you want to become a copywriter? Do you want to learn a high cash raking skill? A skill that will allow you to work from wherever you want and charge up to $100,000 to $10,000 a month? That sounds nice, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. But you don't know where to begin. You don't have any experience, connections, or samples. It all seems intimidating. Well, none of that matters. Anybody can become a copywriter if they really want. Copywriting is getting information from one brain to another. It's designed to persuade with useful information or sell products. And even though you may be a beginner, all you have to do is follow these 7 golden rules that will shoot you up from noob to a solid, competent, and high-level copywriter in less than a month. You will grow your skills and become a person of value. You will consult marketers and clients on how to scale their business and give them the copy they need to convert their customers. This way, you get paid and roll in the dough. All you have to do is like this video, share it, and subscribe. And that's a bonus. I'll invite you to all my copywriting groups where you can connect with the best copywriters and marketers in the industry. So let's get into it. Rule number 1. Nobody cares about you. They only care about themselves. This rule sounds mean, but you have to give the customer or prospect what they want. Don't make your copywriting about you. In fact, when you write as if this is meant for one person. When you write copy, the customer should know that this is for them. So let's go back into my intro, right? So when I write, do you want to be a copywriter? Do you want to learn a high cash raking skill? A skill that will allow you to work from wherever you want and charge clients up to $100 to $1,000 to $10,000 a month? I know that this is for the person who's interested in copywriting, okay? They don't care that I'm trying to get views, likes, or shares. They don't care that I sat down to write this and record this video. They only care about the 7 golden rules to use as a beginner copywriter because that's something that will benefit them. So don't talk about yourself or your company too much. In fact, you should only talk about yourself to establish credibility or a track record. Speaking of which, my name's Kweku from seekthegreatness.com. I'm a copywriter and a self-investment coach. And I help people invest in their skills, fitness, personal finance, and mental health. I've converted 4 leads for a total of $2,103 in sales, generated 3 leads for a high-ticket item in the travel industry, landed Polini Limoncello as a social media client, and host my own self-investment blog at seekthegreatness.com. The point is, I've only been doing this for a couple of months, but I continue to grow as a copywriter. Now, I tell you this because you can use the power of copywriting to do what I've done or even get better results. But remember, write for the customer in mind. Don't make it all about you. Make it about them and the problems you solve or the value you provide. Rule number 2. Write the way you talk and read your copy out loud. If you do this, you'll immediately improve as a copywriter. Copywriting is about getting information from one brain to the other. So this has to be smooth and simple. And you don't have to follow proper grammar all the time. After I finished writing this, I had to go over my script, read it out loud, and make sure everything I said made sense. If you read your copy and it doesn't flow or sound smooth, or you stutter just once, fix it. Your writing should sound like it's ready for video. When you write, make sure you write the way you talk. Imagine you're sitting at the diner with your friends having a conversation. Keep it super simple. Read all your copy to make sure it flows nicely. Do this and you'll become an amazing storyteller. This will keep your readers hanging on every word. Rule number 3. Read and write copy every day. Make sure you read about copywriting or create your own samples. To get this ball rolling, you can take a copywriting course free or paid, watch copywriting videos on YouTube, join a copywriting group, follow mentors or experts in your field, read copywriting blogs, read about your favorite topics, your offers, and write for clients that need copy. When you do this, you start to get a ear for copy, and you notice how copywriting touches almost every aspect of communication. And it's not just in marketing or advertising, but in movies, songs, and video games. You want to know one of the best copywriting lines of all time. It wasn't anything that I heard in marketing. It was, Come with me if you want to live by the Terminator, right? Seriously, say no more because I don't want to get killed by a shape-shifting robot. So read and write copy every day. It will train you on how to persuade and sell. It will train your brain on how to trigger what people really want. I also do a video where I compile the best copywriting resources, groups, and copywriters you need to follow. Rule number 4, learn the basic copywriting structures and templates. Like with any skill, there are some copywriting basics, and you have to know basic copywriting structures such as AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, or pass, problem, agitate, solve, or the 4 Ps, picture, promise, proof, and pitch. Let's go back to my intro again, and I'll show you how I use these copywriting structures to build my copy for this video. So I used a bunch of copywriting structures to write this out, but you can see there's a little bit of AIDA in here. So it starts with AIDA, like AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, and action, right? So in here, you can see a bit of me grabbing your attention in this piece of copy right here, where I say, do you want to become a copywriter? Do you want to learn a high cash raking skill? That's supposed to grab someone's attention, right? And then this is where I keep going. A skill that will allow you to work from wherever you want and charge clients up to $100,000 to $10,000 a month. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So, and this right here will pique your interest a little bit, you know. And then over here, I also use a little bit of pass, where it's problem, agitate, and solve. So this is where I start talking about the problems, but you don't know where to begin. You don't have any experience, connections, or samples. It all seems intimidating. So this is why I show the problem, and I'm just like also twisting the knife by agitating that. But then I come with the solution. Well, none of that matters. You know, like anybody can become a copywriter if they really want. So even though I was saying all these things, you don't have a connection, I'm saying that it doesn't matter. And I say that copywriting is just getting information from one brain to another. It's designed to persuade with useful information or sell products. This is my solution right here. This is a bit of the solution where I say all you have to do is follow these 7 golden rules that will shoot you up from noob to a solid, competent, and high-level copywriter in less than a month. And so that's like my solution with these 7 golden rules. And then you can see, and then this is where I'm also making a promise. So I kind of combined a lot of like copywriting structures. So in here, when I say you grow your skills and become a person of value, consult marketers and clients on how to scale their business and give them the copy they need to convert their customers. This way you get paid and roll in the dough. That is a promise that I am making. And then here is my pitch. All you have to do is like this video, share it, and subscribe. And as a bonus, I'll invite you to all my copywriting groups where you can connect with the best copywriters and marketers in the industry. So that's how I was writing it out. I was going to grab your attention. I was going to agitate a little bit and then bring the solution with the 7 promises. And in here, I'm going to talk about like the pitch and stuff like that. But you'll see the proof deeper into my copy. So let's get back to where we are before I was showing you the breakdown. So whenever you write copy, you really don't have to stare at a blank screen, you know, like use these structures to help build the skeleton of your copy. And you can use AIDA, PASS, or the 4 Ps. As you can tell, I use like a bit of all those like combined together. All these structures help provide valuable information for the customer and make you the hero because you present the copy in a nice package. And it helps you write copy super fast because I basically wrote this in like 2 hours. Rule number 5, make a swipe file. A swipe file is when you have a folder or online storage of copy you can use as a template or guide. Like I said in rule 3, you should read and write copy every day. And you should also swipe copy to keep so you can study it and use it to come up with your own ideas. So swipe copy that makes you laugh, cry in a good way, like tears of joy, empathy, benevolence, pay attention from start to finish, terrifies you, or like just makes you buy shit, you know. So that's the type of copy that you should be swiping. Be careful not to plagiarize or just switch out the copy with your own words. And, expert copywriters and savvy customers will notice and call that shit out. You just swipe copy to use it as a guideline or help you come up with your own ideas. Swiping copy is more for like reading and learning the patterns of ADA, PASS, and the 4 Ps. So that's why you swipe. Rule number 6: state the benefits too, not just the features. This is a very big rule when it comes to selling. Features are what the product does, and benefits are what the features will do for the customer. It's not enough to sell the customer on the features of the product. You must also show the benefits. There was one time Elon Musk tried to sell investors on PayPal on its features, and here's what he said. We have a tightly integrated financial infrastructure that can process all your banking needs under a single financial institution.
What's that?
So when you say that, you're just going to get a bunch of crickets. Like, huh? I don't understand. So he says all that, but what does that mean? And so what? That means we can send money to an email address. Yes. That way you can send money to anyone all over the world with huge bank wire fees. Yes. This way your mother can get all the money she needs when you send it to her instantly. Yes. That means you'll be a really good son who cares about taking care of family in a financially responsible way, fast. Boom. So these are the benefits, right? These are the thing that the customer wants. They want protection. They want convenience, like knowing that they are providing for their family and they can send money very fast, easily. All right. So that's what I mean by the benefits. So when you write copy for a service or product, you need to focus on the benefits. You need to focus on how this product and service will improve the customer's life or solve a problem they have. Like, nobody wants to buy anything from you. So if they do buy it, it has to be of something of value, And if it doesn't hit a pain point, a motivator, or solve their problem, they won't care. So don't only tell what the product does with the features, show them how the product will better their life. Rule number 7: headline should be useful, urgent, ultra specific, and unique. The whole point of the headline is to stop the reader in their tracks and get them to read the first line, and then the second, and keep them moving all the way to the close of a sale, much like a slide. So make sure it's a fun experience, because headlines are used as a qualifier. It lets the readers know if your product is for them or not. That's why you need to make sure your headlines follow this criteria. So are they useful? Is your headline useful? Is it urgent? Is it ultra specific? Is it unique? On top of that, 20% of people will actually click or go on to read after the headline. This is why your headline needs to touch on at least 2 of the 4 U's, like of those qualifiers. So let's take a look at my headline where I say 7 golden copywriting rules beginners can use to sell or persuade their customers every time. Is the headline useful? Yes, if you're a beginner copywriter, you might want to read this. This could be useful to you if you want to sell or persuade customers every time. Is the headline urgent? Not really, but in the sense that you're trying to sell every time, then maybe, that's what I think. Is it ultra specific? Yes, it is. There are 7 golden copywriting rules that the beginner copywriter should follow. This way they can just jump in even if they've never written copy, right? So if you follow these, it's ultra specific with those rules. Is it unique? Yeah, this is tailored to beginner copywriters who can use these rules to persuade or sell to customers every time. So when you write your headline, keep the 4 U's in mind and make sure it qualifies the audience that you're looking for. Otherwise, you won't stop anyone in their tracks. So with the 4 U's, they must also solve a problem and make a promise or provide value that your readers can use immediately. So there you have it. The 7 golden rules all beginner copywriters must use to sell, persuade every time. Remember, nobody cares about you. They only care about themselves. So write with the customer in mind, and because they come first. Write like you talk. Read your copy out loud so it can flow for easy storytelling. Read and write copy every day so you can develop a muscle for good copy. Learn the basic copywriting structures, ADA, PAS, or the 4 Ps, so you can write good copy fast. And then keep a swipe file so you can learn from successful sales copy. State the benefits, not just the features, so your customers know how the product will make their life easier. Make sure your headlines follow the 4 U's. So make sure your headlines are useful, ultra specific, urgent, and unique. When you use the 7 golden copywriting rules, I guarantee you'll be able to persuade or sell to your customers all the time. Now, if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll also post a link to all my copywriting groups, a secret copywriting group where you can connect with the pros and leaders in the copywriting field. And they all provide a ton of value for me, and I'm sure they'll do the same for you. All right. Peace.